Since we talking about what we make and how poor people are, like a lot of people don't realize gentrification is a real fucking shit. And like gentrification really affects people. And people just tell you, oh, just get a better job and do better in life. Ain't gonna be a better job for 8. When you show up to an interview, my nigga, it's 10 other niggas there too
I'm
that
gonna
want
just be
that
guy
job.
real
Like,
quick before we keep on getting like further into this conversation, and just give me a little definition of gentrification.
gentrification is when they start moving people from a different ethnic group into a neighborhood. Then they try to fix it up once they get there. A neighborhood that was ignored and neglected before they got there. A neighborhood that was dirty, a neighborhood that was crime ridden, a neighborhood that nobody gave a fuck about fixing up. That people living in fear.
Why
That,
did you say that in the first place? Nigga saying big ass words.
Because I don't have to. Because people should know what these words mean, and people.
Oh, now you're trying to get
people
me.
try to like ignore it and try to make it seem like this shit don't happen. And they say, oh, you should just get a better job. Everybody can't get a better job. There's
100%.
people are gonna be poor. There's always gonna be poor people, and as long as there's always poor people, America has the duty to make sure that these poor people aren't living in some weak ass conditions. This is not a third world country, and people say, "Oh, it's not up to America to make sure we good." Yes, the fuck it is. It's fucked up, my
It's
nigga.
always
So
up to
everybody
us.
can't
we
make.
are the country.
People say, "Oh, rent'll be fucking $2,000 for a 1-bedroom in the Bronx in a couple years." Everybody don't make $2,000 or will make $2,000, and it's fucked up to think that. Remember, there's always somebody that gotta work in the store. There's always somebody that gotta work in the sneaker store. There's always somebody. Y'all niggas, what y'all think? Everybody's gonna get a good fucking job? If everybody had a great job, y'all ass to never be able to go outside and get anything because everybody be at the good job. You're
See, I
going
agree
Dunkin'
with that,
Donuts
though,
and it
like,
be empty. You're going.
I agree and understand that mentality, because like, not for nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't live in a perfect world. Everybody wants to fight for this perfect world, but
And my shit is not even trying to get the perfect world. My shit is saying that
I feel like
the government provides public housing and free, and even and then the government provides Section 8 and subsidies in neighborhoods that are poor but aren't the projects. Most of the apartments are Section 8 and shit, or they're people like with low income or disability. That doesn't mean like the owners of those buildings should be allowed to let them get fucked up and the government leaves it alone. Because if it happens in these buildings downtown where people got money, shit get fixed quick.
Nah, that's true.
People don't play with shit.
I also think that we don't really know much, and we don't know how to like move. Like for example, what I'm trying to say is, I know a lot of people don't know that in Manhattan there's just these nice buildings downtown, and they're all over the downtown. You can just search them if you want. But they're like different streets, and some of these buildings allow Section 8. Because
all of them have to. Every single
not all of them, because some of
every
them
single apartment building in America and New York City has to allow 10%. What's the name?
Only if you want the city to pay for some of your rent. That's what I learned. Like,
No,
if you do
every
that,
building
if you
in New
allow
York
some
City has
Section
to
8,
have low income. By law, every building every
but
apartment building in New York City has to have
I have to look that
a
up
portion
bit,
low
I
income.
I can get more information on that.
So
but
there's always
going to
be I understand it. That's the lottery shit. Oh, you can get a nice apartment in this building.
But that's not what I mean. What I'm
like,
trying to say is I have learned that some buildings allow it, because if you do that, then now the city can now pay off some of your rent. You're now allowing the city to pay off some of your stuff, which is why
I'm not
they do
talking
that.
about this.
I don't think they all need that.
No, I'm not saying they need the city. I'm saying that the city allows them. Not even saying that they take like a private apartment, like a private building takes money from people. They still get Section 8 money. They still get this money, or they still got people there, a small percentage. Remember, there's white people that live in these buildings that are old that ain't got no fucking money. That they just live on Section 8 and other shit. But because there's no issue, there's no problem, and they don't get kicked out. Like, they're fine there. But I'm saying is that the government allows these people, these private owned companies that own neighborhoods, that own blocks. There's private companies that own blocks.
Well, I don't know. You went off topic, but what I was trying to basically say was, I feel like a lot of our people don't know that some of the buildings allow this Section 8 stuff, and they can live in these beautiful buildings
A lot
downtown.
of people do know that.
I know a lot of people who don't know that, though. Maybe people that you know, but I know a lot of people who do not know that information.
But,
and then when they learn it,
but there's only a small percentage that they're allowed to live in those buildings. 10%. It's a small. But that's not what we shouldn't have to go to these other neighborhoods that are beautiful. It's like, damn, why don't they try to help us fix our shit up? That's my point. But they don't try to help us fix our shit up till they start gentrifying our neighborhoods.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So fucking have you been down to over the bridge? What's this shit by Hunts Point now? Not Hunts Point. by 136 and shit in the Bronx now.
Yes,
Williams Avenue
East
and
138th
shit.
Street. I know what you're
Williams
talking about.
Avenue, all them new
Across
spots
the
and
bridge. If
shit.
you go across the bridge, it's beautiful buildings now. But I know people
Now
who
the
live in
rent
that,
is rising.
Like my friend Melissa.
It's bad over there,
lives in
though.
that building. A beautiful building out there. She lives
Mhm.
in it. And they get a lot of Section 8. And she pays low rent. I'm not even going to hold you.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
But no,
we're still living there,
that's
too.
the small. That's where gentrification starts. That's the start. Now you notice there's bars popping up. Now if you you go online and try to find an apartment over there, the rent is retarded.
But you
If
can
it's not Section 8
I
or
know
low
what you mean.
income.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't afford it, but we can't.
But
some
now they're
people can.
fixing up the neighborhoods. Oh, yes, some people can. But that shit is designed to move us out our neighborhoods. That's the shit I'm saying. Like, it's
That's
fucked
true.
up that they let gentrification come in and we have to move out. And they don't fix our shit so while we there. But once they start to push out, they start fixing it up. It's becoming beautiful over there on 138th Street. That shit looked like the fucking dungeon 10 years ago. Like, you
Yeah.
were scared to get raped over there
It
and
is
snatched
beautiful.
up.
But you have to go across the bridge. Once you
Like-
go across that other bridge, it's still the hood.
Now,
Police department
yeah.
right there.
It's still the hood now, but that's what gentrification is. That's how it starts.
Mhm.
It starts little by little by little. Now they call downtown Brooklyn Dumbo. That's how it is. Now they're trying to call East Harlem Soha.
Yep.
They're literally trying
I've
to call
seen
East
that.
Harlem Soha. It's bad as hell in East Harlem still. Like, but there's beautiful ass buildings there, bro. That the rent is $1,800 for a studio. But they got Section 8 people there because that's how it's supposed to be. So it's mixed in. But now they get picky and choosy about their Section 8. And people gotta remember, everybody don't get Section 8. Section 8 ain't easy to fucking get. It ain't easy to get at all. Like, niggas be on Section 8 list for fucking
It's a lot
4
of people.
years. 4 or 5 years. And then if you get Section 8, you can't make a certain amount of money. You can't do shit. That's one thing that I feel people need to back the fuck off. And we need to start going to work and shit. And really start working. But then...
That's kind of controversial.
No, but I'm gonna say also that it's fucked up that the wages that we'll be able to make won't ever add up to how much they keep raising these rents.
But so what do you think is a solution to us?
I think they need to control. Our rent should be stabilized in a lot of our neighborhoods.
Rent
Like,
control.
Our rent should be controlled. We shouldn't be paying $2,400 for 2 bedrooms in Washington Heights or in Harlem or in Brooklyn. Like, that's fucked up. Like, this ain't middle of the downtown. Like, this is our neighborhoods.
But you know, a lot of buildings do have rent control, but you have to live there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only
and then
thing.
once that person moves out, that shit's over.
Yup, exactly.
So that shit goes to market value.
Yup. They were waiting for you.
They
to
just
move out.
waiting on niggas to die and move out. They
Mhm.
even trying to make laws that they can't pass down rent control apartments no more. Because it's like, all right, y'all niggas done had this $600 apartment for 80 years already. A nigga upstairs paying $3,000 for his shit. Like,
Facts,
same
100%.
apartment.
Which isn't fair.
It's kind of
But
not like.
That's the building's fault
But
too.
rent, it is. It's the market's fault. It's the city's fault for letting that shit
Everything
get out of
rise.
control.
Yeah,
That's-
100%. I mean, even if you try to get a
See, this is the part where government's supposed to be government. Like, but they don't be government. This is when you need government to govern. Like, and be like, listen, all right, this got to be done this way. Y'all can't do that. That's fucked up to the people. Like, nah, where they gonna go? They pushing us to fucking
But
Connecticut
you don't feel
and
like we have
Jersey.
too
and
much people. Like, it's hard to save everybody.
You can't save everybody.
That's why.
the way this shit
That
is
goes
set
back
up.
to what we were saying about.
That's
we're
why
all
I'm
the community.
that's what
all
I'm
we're
saying. You can't save everybody. Everybody can't make a great job, but at least our government could do is provide a good place for us to live. That's the least they could fucking do for us.
So can we though? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, not saying us in a sense. I'm not saying go get a better job, because it really is hard for us to get a
I'm
better
talking
job.
in a better
That's not
place
what
to live. I'm
saying.
talking strictly. I'm talking housing. I'm talking
Let me finish though.
library.
But what I'm trying
like-
to say is, like, I'm not trying to say go get a better job, because it really is sometimes hard for us to go get a better job depending on who you are, but and how they label you. But what I'm trying to say is, maybe somebody in our community can be a leader to help us out. You know, like, that's what I'm trying to say. People need to we need to have some type of leader in communities. A lot of us, because the leaders, we lack leadership. Not everybody could be a leader. Some people have to follow that
we do
leader.
like, there is leadership if people look for it. But what I'm talking about, people can't be happy living in slums.
No,
When-
100%.
A lot of these neighborhoods that they change over and
But
they
that's-
convert to
that's-
look beautiful, and the mentality changes, the next generation starts to change, and the mindset starts to change, and people eventually start to be those people that get better jobs, that actually go to school.
But that's how that's
Now they
how
gotta-
it's supposed to go. Like, Do you believe somebody? Not everybody's supposed to live in the slums. 100%. Nobody wants to live in the
I
slums.
know it's not everybody. I'm talking about in America. Nobody should live in slums in America. We spend $20 billion on one ship. Nobody should live in fucking America poor.
And you know what's a bad thing too? Where you have to realize too. All right, this is like a section around Hunts Point that's beautiful now. They have beautiful buildings around Hunts Point, and it's around the hood though. When they put up these beautiful buildings, we fuck it up. Why should we vandalize new buildings? Why do we do that? And that's just something that's in us. So if they do give us good shit, why do we fuck it up?
That's not everybody that.
That's
fucks
not
it up,
everybody, 100%. But some people that live there are.
But
fucking
see, that's
up their
the
own
mentality. But eventually, that shit fades out. Cause it started like that in the East Side. A lot of these new buildings were getting fucked up, but they kept fixing them. And now a lot of them don't get fucked up as much no more. It's because the mentality is changing. That's what I'm saying. Like, they built a brand new fucking library over there. They built a brand new center that got a big ass gym, that got basketball courts. There's actually something to do. There's places for these little niggas to go and go play ball with older niggas that are 30 years old, 40 years old, that are fucking teachers, that are policemen, that are other shit.
It goes to government, but it also goes to mayor too, because our mayors are supposed to be taking care of.
But when I mean government, I mean city government.
Yeah.
I mean our government, our city, our city. That's what I mean. I mean local right away. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the local don't do enough for us at all. Like, our shit. And people try to say, oh, just get a better job and move out. All right, get a better job and move out, and then go live in this neighborhood that I gotta pay these fucking retarded ass rents. When a nigga next to me is making 140 and I might be making 80. But yet I gotta come move here and struggle for mad long. And then these other neighborhoods fall apart until it's time for white people to move in. They let them fall the fuck apart all the time.
But do you also feel, I don't want to say, do you also feel like they treated better? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe that stuff was already there. They were building new things, and then the people were vandalizing it. And now new people are moving in. They're still building new things, but those people aren't vandalizing that property, so it still looks nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe it's a people thing too. People mess up their own good things.
Yeah, that's true too. People do mess up a lot of their shit. But all that shit come from lack of education. All that shit come from already growing up in a fucked up environment.
100%. Culture
and like
and condition.
I said, that shit takes time to be worked out. And like the government, all that shit is an investment. What you think? These people that's buying these fucking bum ass buildings in these whack ass neighborhoods, they not seeing that shit right now. They seeing that shit 10 years from now.
Yeah, it's true.
Why our local government don't take that investment with us? And it comes back to the point that I always get to. They don't want to. They don't care. That's why. And then it's fucked up that you gotta have that mentality that, oh, this is why. Oh, you just need to get a better job.
They drove you to that mentality.
And move out, and we get pushed to that because like that's the only way really. Because we already been accepted in our mind like a long time ago that they ain't fixing our shit up. So we gotta move. Exactly. We gotta move out this shit.
They here for them.
Exactly. They already got their shit together. Like, if you don't, you gotta catch up to them. And once you accept that, I guess you do move on from that shit and you do realize. But I just wanted to say that was fucked up and like really thinking about. I was watching something on the news with gentrification. They was just showing Queens. They were showing Brooklyn. They were showing Bronx. They were showing Washington Heights. They were showing East Harlem. But Brooklyn has it the worst. Like, Brooklyn is really fucking changing, which could be good sometimes too, but it's not good when you push us out. If you come in to fix our neighborhoods and make it better, I don't care about the white people. I don't mind white people. I like white people. They could move in, but then white people can't be calling the cops on us because we outside listening to our music at 4 a.m. We've been doing this forever.
That's 100%.
This is what we do. I understand, but then we need to get to the point where we don't destroy our own shit. If our shit is getting built brand new and we pissing in the elevators and shit, that's fucked up. And that showed the fucked up mentality that we got buried in our head already.